Hello there and welcome back. Today we talk about the Oberheim Matrix1000 or Matrix1000 as I call you in Italian. It's something that I got recently. A few days ago the owner that sold me told me he bought it on the auction that Moby did, so apparently this was owned by Moby. It's great, and there should be some pattern that he did. I started with this that is becoming my favorite pattern, that is 666. That's pretty fun. And there's a nice sunset right now, so I hope it's not gonna be too blown out in the video. But anyway, before going on and check what's happening and what I want to tell you, let's go to the usual way you can support me. You can subscribe, and that's easy. You can buy from the affiliate link, and now I also put links for all the European friend, so it's Perfect Circuit here in USA and Thoman in Europe, so you can help me wherever you are. And you can become a Patreon. I already published a video where I go through this similar setup like this, but I also had a mood and a NightSky, and I did some ambient recording and show how with using effect you can get something different starting from preset. So this is my classic workflow, and I know a lot of you guys are interested in that, so if you want, it's in Patreon. Okay, let's go back to this guy. What is the Matrix1000? I'll call it Matrix1000 because it sounds nicer to me. What is the Matrix1000? It's basically a rack version of the Matrix 6. The Matrix 6 is a keyboard, is a bigger brother, and it has all the control. What is this is born for? It was sort of expander back in the day. I always remember when I was young, people talk about expander. So you expand your sounds. I don't know. I like to think about think of it like that. It's basically 1,000 patches coming from the Matrix 6 that you cannot control unless you have a MIDI controller that use SysX, I think SysX control, so it's not immediate, but you can actually use an iPad or an iPhone, not there yet, but there's a way to control. So it's 1,000 patches. 800 of them are in the memory and they cannot be changed, but the patch from 0 to 199 can be customized, can be copied and pasted, so you can basically select all your favorite and put in there. And if you have the way to control all the synthesis part of this guy, you can create your own patches. Now, what kind of synthesizer it is? This has the same exact tone and circuits of the Matrix 6. That is an amazing synth. It's of course, a kind of 80s vintage sounding synth. It is a dual DCO per voice, and it's 6 voice of polyphony. So it's digital control, analog oscillator. It has 2 VCA per voice. I don't remember how many LFO, many. So it's basically a very complex synthesizer in just one rack space. It was bloody cheap until few years ago. So one of my best friends, Simone, got one for like $200. Now it's definitely getting more expensive. I got this one for around 800. But I still think that it's a lot of fun, and I would recommend because it gives you all of those kind of tones that you always hear, and many artists use from Moby, as we cited already. But for example, the sound that I was playing, this one, it reminds me a lot of Rhubarb from Aphex Twin, and Aphex Twin use this extensively. So there's a long list of artists that use the Matrix. So I would say if you find one, get it, because I'm sure this will become way more expensive, and again, it gives you a lot of bread for your sandwiches, for your synth sandwiches. So what's happened here, what this video it will be about. In the Patreon one, I went creating patches and creating recording. Here, I selected a few of the sound that are more interesting to me, and I wanted to just show them to you, and then talk about what could be the use. And I created a small chain, not that small, honestly, using the Space Echo, because I said, let's use something vintagey with that. I added the Fairfield circuitry shallow water to add the warbliness, so we go in that kind of Birds of Canada that at this point everybody loves. And then I added the rooms. This is mono. I need always a stereo source for my mixer, for the Model 1, because it has stereo channel. So I always like to have the last effects being stereo, because it will allow me to just plug it in the mixer without any phase issue and problem. I'm controlling everything with my trusty Oxi one. And in two way, the Oxi has a preview mode that basically it works like a keyboard. And it's also, it has 4 tracks, and I'm using track 1 as a single note, and track 2 is a chord mode. So basically pressing one note, it will allow me to play a chord. And here you have all the setting for the chord, different inversion, different what's the name, spreading of the notes, and how many notes each will play. And I was playing this 2 note, then here, then changing the shape of the chord. It's a sort of inspired by Rhubarb, right? Sounds kinda like that. So that said, these by now, and of course you say, oh, this sounds so good, but how does it sound without anything? Oh, it sounds that it needs a lot of more volume. Let's do this. This is the clean sound. Oh, this is not working because because I put normal here. So this is the clean sound that to me is already an amazing tone, right? I love this patch. There's some effects. Sorry, there was some reverb from rooms. Here we are. This is the super clean. But again, I really love, you just had some, and I love what room do in this case. Hear how much this pedal open up your signal. It's unbelievable. I love this one. I love rooms. Anyway, I think it works very well with this combination. I'm having some space echo, mostly because it will add some tape saturation, and then this one, it gives the warbliness that we like. So this is not meant to be a scientific demo or review. I want to just show my appreciation to this synth, and you know, there's still, it's kind of easy to find them around if you look for it. So yeah, try to find one. Let's hear, I selected many sound, so I'll go through them and we will listen. So we are in the pad or string realm, so let's hear more of them. So how the machine is set up before, I didn't go the overview actually, sorry. So it has a mono out on the back, MIDI in, out and through. That's it. Then on the front, you can select patch, and where you change the patch. Channel is for your MIDI. Fine tunes, it's a tuning. And then there's units and data dump. I ignore. Data dump, of course, is probably to dump via SysX the patches. And external function that allows you to do some other function. Like, for example, you can have all the voice work in unison, etc. There's some of that. It doesn't have a lot of more stuff going on. If you check the editor, this is a very complex synth. There's a lot of things that you can do. And I'm planning to buy a controller sooner or later. So right now we are in patch. Whatever you want to put, you just digitize the number, say 110, here we are. And now you are in patch 110. So that's it, simple. I'm not a big fan of presets, right? I like my sounds to be mine. So why I am so excited about this? Because I think that some synth or some synth sound, it's like a piano, it's like a guitar. You hear that sound, it's stuck in your brain, and it's fun to have that. And what I love is just like, okay, I don't have to do the synthesis, but I can play with effects. So I love probably effects more than synthesis. I feel it allows me to get, it's more evocative working with effects. And what is cool is like going back to that one, it's a classic pad, but you can add this layering of effects and warbliness. That is nice. And it's all about layers. I said that before, but again. Okay, let's listen something more and have fun. So let's check other pad. I write down next to me here, because I'm not a genius, I have to remember everything. So this is another pad sound or string. I can remove the let's just do this. But I'd rather go with effects, and you know, it's just like the classic thing that everybody would add. So maybe we put a little more of this and a little more of echo. Not massively. I'm not changing the sound too much. In the other video, what I did, I was creating with the mood drone and then play on top of that. So that was more complex situation. Here is just like how you can dress the Matrix sound a little better, adding some touch and make it like already, you know, instant gratification. Classic path. Let's go this one. Nice. And go in order. This one is beautiful. This reminds me a little of Twin Peaks. Right? Beautiful. Let's check 008. As you can hear, anything sounds interesting, even random. Let's take 104. It's very cinematic, it's very score friendly, I think. Right? Amazing. And it's very fun, very great to have the Oxi to play with this kind of stuff, because... Okay, that was for the pad. Let's go in the similar kind of thing. That would be the brass. I'm not a huge user of brass, but, you know, it's something that you want to hear, right? Here we can tune down a little there. Classic sound. I would never use it though. Oh. 409. This is classic. Yeah, what I feel is like playing with the Matrix is like a sort of deja vu, and you hear all the classic sound that, especially a person like me that grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know them, and you know it's cool to have stuff like a modular synth and go crazy and create something that you never heard. But for melancholic and you know, people like me, it's nice. I hear sound and like memories come to me. Well, I have this one. This is a kind of flute. The only thing is like the volume inside are kind of screwed up, so I always have to check on the view meter. See, even these stubs like that could be great to be recorded. Okay, now let's check. I think this is what I'm gonna use it more. I will use it also for steps or very fast attack sound, and I found some of them. And thank me later, because you can grab all of this number if you have it. And my cat cut my finger. I forgot to remove my thing. Anyway, this is nice. Then what we have here, 607. 607, I already use it for a track. Again, 609, no, 200, 200. Oh, this is nice. Damn this pedal. Here I'm saturating because I like to add some grittiness to the sound. Very cool. 4 1 So as you can hear some of the sound need to be tamed a little. Very nice. Okay, let's check some other. This is more on the piano synth realm. Nice. This is like an electric piano. And if you like any of these patches, you can copy it and put it in the 0 to 199 patch, so you can build your favorites, right? Does this start too much? here, if you put down the dry signal and push the effect signal, you have this beautiful. I love it. And it's so simple. You have just few effects. Now, of course, you don't have to use a space echo. Actually, it sounds great, just this and a reverb. Right? But we want more. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna do a couple more because otherwise it can get annoying. Sorry. Let's try now some texture and effects. Okay, let's try now. Okay, let's try now some texture and effects. This is some sort of glassy. Try something else. This is the part of 800, or the creative thing. It could be still interesting to use this as a sample and effects, as they are. Here this one is like so subtle, but it's sort of very eerie, scary tune. Love it. This is something that is growing. Helicopter. I guess those are the helicopter stuff. I think with the use of these two tools here, it's nice because you can interpret the sound and make it something else. For example, you're killing the dry. Can add this. Let's see, adding more intensity. You can modulate the delay, hence getting this sort of so good. So good. So it's not that sound design is limited to the synth part, it can be just the effects, as we said before. Okay, I think I go through it and I don't want to make it too much and like otherwise get bored. Let's go back to my favorite guy. And okay, I want to give you a lot of pad. I want to hug you with pads. And we can do the conclusion, but what can I say? This is a great instrument, and please bear in mind I'm talking and playing. Such a professional. And it's a great tool. It could be found still for a reasonable amount of money. If you are obsessed with vintage analog, this is DCO, but it's still analog. It's an easy way to have the best kind of sound. You have the Oberheim sound. It sounds great and doesn't break the bank. I'm sure this is gonna be collectible sooner or later. You can use your iPad to actually do the sound design. So basically in a single, very small portable thing, because I'm already used it with, I've already used it with the Octatrack. And this could be part in the future of my live set, because I can control it with the Octatrack and do the stabs, the pad, the ambient part, and actually play the Vermona on top of it. And then I can start singing on the pad, right? No, I won't do that. I used to be a singer though. Anyway, I leave you with this deep and add some more voice to it. 6 voice. That's it. And thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Hope this was interesting. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.